are all in the same room. I'll be speaking French. I'm the General Secretary of GSEF. It is a great pleasure, 4 months later, more than 4 months later, after the forum, to organize this webinar. A lot of you were there, participated to the Bordeaux Forum, and participate in the construction of and the design of the program. As you've seen, this was a big moment, the declamation of the International Declaration of Youth, with every activities, other activities supported by youth from every continent. Since the Dakar Forum, the GSEF in Dakar, organized in May of 2023, the theme of youth became a central point, as much as in terms of concerned people, but also in terms of organization, so that young people can come and participate to the global movement that is supported by GSEF to promote the social and solidarity economy. So with the creation of Pôle Jeunesse in 2024, with the co-steering committees, with co-steering organized by different continents, it's very important to have this network presence in different continents to help organize the organization of the Bordeaux Forum, and with the declaration of the International Youth Declaration. There will be a presentation from Martin, Aurore, Lumbe, with every activities and how the youth whole of GSEF is developing. Very recently, on the 15th of January, GSEF organized a new General Assembly where we elected inside the steering committee an administration council. 2 youth organizations were elected because in the last 15 months, we organized reform in our bylaws so that youth networks on organizations can participate in the decision-making inside the organization. And this was very important for us, for youth from all over the globe can participate in GSEF. I wish you a good webinar and thank you again for your participation to this webinar and for what's coming next. It is a collective will, and we have to continue to mobilize and to collaborate together to support our values all over the globe. Thank you, Aude. I'll take over from here. I'll begin by saying congratulations for your engagement, for the energy you gave in the forum, for this declaration. I say it very simply. This declaration had the most positive feedback. Your words count, and your words oblige us to follow up on what we decided together with structurating work with the SSE all over the globe, which benefit the youth greatly, and we are mobilizing in support of the youth with all our partners which are here. We continue to spread our links through international collaboration projects with long-term projects with European funding. I'll let Martin talk about this later. Maybe to give you another information that the region, is now co-chairing with the CRES, the steering committee, so on subject of entrepreneurship, emancipation, which are solid data are priority for us. And we want that this moment is not uh, a top-down approach. We want to speak with you, not for you. We are facilitators, we are support, but without you, without your energy, nothing works. So this webinar must be a lively moment with new perspectives coming from you. You can ask every question. You can propose everything during this webinar. And thank you, everyone. And I wish you a good webinar. That's all for me. We can continue.
Merci Aurore.
Thank you, Aurore.
C'est en train de se télécharger, mais je vais partager à
It's
toute
downloading
vitesse
right now, but I'll share it with you.
slide en anglais et en
So the
français.
presentation has some slides
Ça va faciliter
in French and some in
de
English,
suivre. Par
so
rapport
everyone
aux
can
jeunesse, donc je vais le mettre
follow.
en anglais, vu que je parle en français, histoire d'équilibrer un petit
So I'll
peu.
put it in English
Pour
because I
finir
speak in French,
peut-être le pôle
so
jeunesse,
that we can be
on
a
commence un
bit
petit peu
more
près, puisque du coup,
equal.
Aude, on a bien parlé.
Aude
Bien l'émission qu'on avait eue là dans le pôle
spoke
jeunesse avec
already
le
about the
forum de Bordeaux.
missions with the
Il y a toujours du coup
Youth Hub.
cinq
We have had the Bordeaux Forum.
continents
So
qui
there's
portent cette dynamique.
two
Et le
co-chairs,
but du webinaire
several
aujourd'hui, c'est
co-chairs, one
qu'on
for each
puisse
continent,
recueillir
bearing this
quelques
dynamic, so
idées, propositions pour nourrir les feuilles de route qu'on va
we
construire pour les 2 prochaines
we can
années.
take your propositions and build
On utilise des événements du
planning,
forum tous les deux
a
ans. On met en
program.
place entre
So we organize a
novembre et
forum every 2 years,
avril
and between these 2 years, we act.
recommandations
We put in place
et
what
déclarations
we are
du
recommended
forum. Donc voilà, n'hésitez pas à
in the
participer au
declaration
maximum aujourd'hui.
of
Ça viendra
each
nourrir
forum.
notre
So speak as
dynamique
much as possible today.
individuelle
It
pour les
will
continents pour être
nourish our actions.
de ce qui est prévu
We'll do feedbacks with you. We
événements et
will
après
keep you up to
fin du
date
pôle
on our
jeunesse,
actions.
parce que je vais passer la parole à ma collègue
So
Numbe,
I'll let my colleague
qui
Numbe
a été
speak about the Youth Hub.
solidarité internationale pendant 11
She's
ans
an international volunteership.
Sénégal pour faire la suite du forum de
She came
Dakar.
from Senegal to
Travailler pour mettre en
follow up
place
on the
toutes les
Dakar
actions, faire en sorte que
forum.
vous soyez
She
présents
worked a lot in every action so that we can all be present here. She had a central role at the forum, and this is
on
her
organisera ce
last day
webinaire
today.
pour qu'elle puisse au moins
So,
l'animer aujourd'hui et vous dire au
so we
revoir.
organized this webinar today so
Elle
she
s'engage
can present it and say
pour la
goodbye to
suite.
you all.
Et avant qu'on oublie à la fin ou que les personnes
And before we forget at the end,
soient déjà
or
parties parce
for
qu'ils ont d'autres
when some people will be already gone because they have some other things to attend,
serions preneurs
if
que
you are not
vous puissiez
bothered,
tous mettre la caméra au moins 2 minutes. Donc,
can
s'il y a des
everyone
questions,
put
n'hésitez pas à
on
parler
the
rapidement.
webcam, the
Sinon, je vous
camera
laisse aller
on
préparer un
for
écran.
2 minutes?
Et si là, on met la petite caméra, on va pouvoir faire la photo de famille. Et puis,
Yes, maybe we can put on the camera for 2 minutes so we can do a bit family photo,
changer de partage de connexion, c'est une
family picture with everyone with their own camera on.
maximum de caméras on aura. Nouvelle sera la
We
photo
want as much cameras as possible.
voilà, comme ça, on démarre dans de bonnes conditions. La photo de
So we
famille,
can begin in
je
good
vais
conditions.
laisser ma collègue Numbe dérouler. Je te laisse le micro ici.
Ok. On va commencer le partage.
Ouais.
Je ne vois pas ici. Non. Super, merci Martin. Bonjour à tous.
Thank you, Martin. Hello, everyone.
Et
I'm
je
Numbe.
suis arrivée ici au secrétariat du GSEF depuis
I'm working as a GSEF secretary.
en mi-février et voilà,
And it's very hard to hear.
aussi en mi-février. Cela a été une très belle expérience quand même
It was a
de
very good
aussi
experience for
d'aider
me to work
dans les
in the
décisions
GSEF
de jeunesse. Et c'est
around
quelque chose qui nous concerne
on the
tous. Donc,
decisions around the
j'ai
youth.
vraiment aimé travailler dans ce cadre. Et
I really like
alors,
to work in this
comment
framework.
revenir au forum Bordeaux GSF de
Going back to the
2025?
Bordeaux
Bon,
GSEF
c'était un forum
2025,
avec beaucoup d'émotions, de
it's a
participation de
forum
la jeunesse.
that
On
was full
s'est
of
beaucoup
emotion
battu pour que
for
la
youth.
jeunesse puisse
We
être représentée
struggled a lot
avec
so that youth can be
tous les
represented
espaces du forum,
in every spaces
notamment
of
à
the
la Cité
forum,
Bleue, mais aussi au PCF.
notably in the
Et
Cité Bleue, the Blue
on s'est
City.
retrouvé quand même avec une participation
And we've
assez
had
diversifiée
a
sur
diverse
beaucoup de
participation.
continents parce qu'on s'est retrouvé certes avec une participation plus grande au niveau du
We've
continent
had a
européen,
bigger participation
chose qui est
inside
normale
from the
puisque
European continent.
c'est la France qui organise, mais aussi on a eu, malgré les problèmes de visa pour les
And
jeunes,
despite some
une participation
problems
quand
of
même
advisors, we've had a
représentative
big
d'Asie, un peu,
participation from
des Amériques. Et
the
de
Americas
manière globale, le forum a
and
accueilli
globally.
plus de 10 000 participants.
More
Et
than
l'objectif pour
10,000
cette
participants
édition,
came
c'était
from the
de
forum.
5 000. Et quasiment, on l'a doublé, donc on peut être assez content.
So at first we were going to have 5,000, but
Next
we
slide.
doubled this number. So we are very happy with
Quand
this.
on vient au détail des activités ou de ce qui s'est passé
On
pendant
the
le forum,
activities and what happened
nous, on
during
a
the
déjà
forum,
commencé les activités dès le lundi
we
avec
began the activities
Erasmus.
as
Le
soon
forum
as
Erasmus a
Monday,
accueilli 51
preceding the
jeunes
forum,
et
with
15 accompagnateurs
Erasmus project with more than
qui sont venus
which
participer
gathered
au forum.
51
Et
young people from all over Europe.
après un temps de
On
connaissance et de
Tuesday,
savoir-faire,
we've
les jeunes là
participated in a
se
camp
sont
to know each
bénéficiés
other
aux délégations venues
with
discuter de
delegations
projets de Replace Europe, des jeunes
coming from the
des
RIPES Europe
universités.
projects
Ce temps a
from
permis
universities
vraiment de les faire rencontrer, de
so that
vraiment les identifier bien avant le forum
we
afin
can meet
qu'ils soient
everyone
à
and
l'aise
to exchange around the forum so
dans
that
leur
they can be
participation.
at ease in their participation to the forum.
Ensuite, encore toujours sur la Cité Bleue. Donc,
Still on the Cité
la Cité
Bleue,
Bleue a été le principal lieu qui a accueilli
it was a
ce forum
main
de jeunesse.
location
Et il y a eu des activités qu'on a
that
pu
welcomed
mener
the
sur la Cité
young
Bleue pour
people,
faire
and
vivre
we
vraiment cette
had some activities
dynamique-là. Et
around the Cité
suite
Bleue.
à projet, un appel à la participation a été fait
We've
sur l'ensemble des
launched,
structures qui œuvrent sur
we've
la
had a
Cité
call for
Bleue pour venir
participations
organiser des
to
activités
come
autour de
and
la Cité
organize
Bleue. Et dans la programmation, il y a eu
activities.
31 ateliers
We've had
et
31 workshops
animations. Et
and other
cela a
activities
permis vraiment à la jeunesse
which
locale de
enabled
pouvoir
the local
participer, mais
youth to
également
participate,
des jeunes venus
but
d'autres espaces
also
pouvoir
young
participer. Il y
people
a aussi des
who came from
universités
other
qui ont pu
places,
participer.
from
Et
universities
à
notably,
côté de ces cibles-là,
who
il y a eu aussi un public
participated
non
a
public
lot.
qui était venu tout simplement à la Cité Bleue, qui ont pu bénéficier de ces activités-là.
They
Et
benefited from these
selon les
activities
retours qu'on reçoit
through
de
the
l'organisation
feedback we've
même
had
de ces activités-là,
from the organizers of these
apprécier les
activities.
discussions sur le genre, sur
People
l'égalité,
really enjoyed
mais aussi la
discussions around
projection vers
genre,
2050,
equality,
comment se projeter
around the
sur
2050
l'avenir professionnel.
projection.
Également, il y a eu des expositions avec IGREN aux lycées
By some
étudiants, la
exhibitions
Fédération Léo Lagrange aussi et
with
Co.
Léo
Et
Lagrange
c'était
Federation,
des
and we've had
expositions
some
pour bénéficier de la
co-buildings.
Cité Bleue. Next slide. Concernant la dynamique, toujours sur le côté jeunesse,
But the youth
c'est bien aussi qu'il y
dynamics,
ait des jeunes
we thought that, yes, that's very good way
à la
that
Cité Bleue
to
et
gather
également
people at the
la
Cité Bleue, to say that the
après
HQ of
la Cité
youth
au
was
Bourg-Valentin,
in the Cité Bleue.
où se passent toutes les
So where
conférences, les
but where everything was happening in the P2A,
un espace où les jeunes pourront
we've
véritablement se
had a
rencontrer
space for
pour
young people to meet,
vraiment se voir, discuter de ce qui se passe.
to see each
Nous
other, to
avons
discuss.
pensé à mettre en place un stand et c'est le stand Pôle Jeunesse.
So we
On
put in place a
remercie
booth.
Rita de la Ligue de l'enseignant qui fait partie du palais qui a eu cette brillante idée de nous
So we thank them to have this
et
brilliant
ça
idea.
fait partie des choses qui ont le plus
It's
marqué
among the
sur
things
ce
that
stand.
worked
Ça a été vraiment
um,
the place to be.
the best.
Comme
It was really the
c'était si
place
bien
to
dit,
be,
ça a permis
as some people put
une
it.
pluralité de jeunes
So we could welcome more young people from other Europe,
délégation de
some
l'Afrique
delegations from Africa
qui ont pu présenter leurs produits. Il y a eu
who presented
des
their
artistes du Maroc, de la Mauritanie,
from
des
Morocco,
jeunes
from Mauritania.
d'Afrique, etc. Donc, c'était vraiment chouette d'avoir cet espace pour les jeunes.
It was very good to have this space to meet everyone.
Ah, oui, pour ne pas oublier quand même
Yes, we
Chris,
cannot
qui nous
forget
a beaucoup accompagnés sur ce
the
stand en nous laissant à disposition du matériel,
Chris
mais en même temps
helped us
aussi,
a lot on this,
il y a
both
eu
with
trois de leurs
equipment.
personnes, de leur personnel qui sont
3 of
venus
the
en renfort
staff
de deux autres personnes
came, so
qui ont
Marie and
vraiment
2 other
aidé
people,
sur l'animation de ce
who
stand.
helped us a lot on
Merci.
the organization of this booth. Thank to them.
Toujours sur les activités qu'on a menées au P2A, il y
So
a
the
eu
activities are in the P2A, in the
l'émission
Palais de l'Atlantique.
podcast sur le plateau média. Et
We've done
c'était vraiment
podcasts on
l'occasion
the
de pouvoir
media center,
discuter
so we could discuss
des actions que les jeunes
the
mènent à
actions
l'échelle
of
locale en ligne,
that young
leurs
people
gestes, leurs engagements,
do at the
les
local level,
difficultés auxquelles ils font face.
the difficulties they
Et
face.
il y a eu à peu près trois ou quatre émissions.
So there
D'abord
were
pour
3 or 4
l'Europe,
radio
celle du
broadcasts
projet Erasmus et
with young people
les
from
jeunes, à savoir dans les
Erasmus.
villes, ont eu à faire des émissions sur le plateau média. Et il y a aussi d'autres émissions avec les
There
jeunes
were
du Québec,
other
mais aussi
broadcasts with
avec
young people from Quebec
du pôle jeunesse Afrique. Nous avons eu à faire une
and
émission
with
qui était très intéressante quand même
Youth
sur les
Hub
engagements
Africa. We had
et
a
également
very
des
important
initiatives
broadcast on our own
qu'on met en
engagement
place,
in
notamment en termes d'engagement, de projets,
around
etc.
housing and other projects on our territories.
Je pense que j'ai un peu fait le récap de l'ensemble des
I think
choses
I've
qu'on
done
a
a
vues
good overview
sur le bilan de la participation de la jeunesse, notamment sur
around
la Cité
the
Bleue,
participation
sur
of
le
GSEF
GSEA,
in
et puis
GSEF, so the
les
Cité Bleue,
festivals et d'autres
in the Palais de
activités
l'Atlantique,
qui faisaient vivre
and other
cette
activities
dynamique-là, dont l'hackathon solidaire
that really work with this youth dynamic.
je pense qu'Éléonore est connectée et
I
elle
think
peut
that
dire
Eleanor
un
is
mot ainsi que
connected
Rita qui
and will be
sont
able
les
to say a
personnes
word.
qui animaient l'hackathon. Elles peuvent dire un mot
They
sur
worked on
ce
this
propos.
hackathon. Hackathon.
Oui, bonjour, merci beaucoup.
Maybe a
Je
word
suis
about
Éléonore Sommier de
this.
l'Office français
Yes,
des
thank
étrangers en
you. I
France,
am
donc de
Eleanor
l'OFQJ.
Sommier.
Et en effet, on a organisé
So
un
I'm from
hackathon
the
solidaire ce
OFQG,
lundi 27
QJ.
octobre dans les locaux de la région Nouvelle-Aquitaine.
So on the
Ce hackathon, il a pris
27th of
lieu 4
October,
jours
we
et
organized
c'était d'une
a
quinzaine de
hackathon in
disciplines différentes et de 3 continents
that
différents.
gathered
On avait des jeunes
a lot of
d'Europe,
young people
d'Afrique et
from
d'Amérique.
3 different
On a
continents, so
choisi
from
le
Africa,
français
Europe,
pour le coup
and
parce qu'on travaille
America.
principalement
Everything
en
was in
famille et
French
les
because we
objectifs
work a
avaient
lot
sur
with
9 sujets différents sur
French-speaking
lesquels ils étaient tous
countries.
engagés professionnellement ou
So we worked on
personnellement.
different subjects
Donc,
that
ils ont parlé
these young people
d'habitat,
were
d'environnement,
personally
d'inclusion, de
engaged in,
participation citoyenne,
with
d'art, de
citizen
modèle économique et
participation,
vraiment beaucoup de choses, tout ce qui
art
fait et
projects,
constitue les engagements
economical
des initiatives
models,
diverses dans l'économie sociale et solidaire.
economic models, and a lot
On
of
a des
projects on the
partenaires
SSE.
mobilisés sur
We had a
ce
lot of
projet.
partners
On a
mobilized on
travaillé
this
étroitement
project.
avec le GSEF, bien
We
sûr,
worked with
mais aussi
GSF,
la
of
région
course, but also
Nouvelle-Aquitaine
with
qui
Région
nous a accueillis, qui a
Nouvelle-Aquitaine
permis aussi le
that
financement de
welcomed
l'activité.
us
Le ministère de
financially, of
l'Europe et des Affaires
course.
étrangères français.
The
On avait
French
l'Office
Ministry
français
of
des relations avec
Foreign
Québec, le Bureau
Affairs,
international jeunesse
so
engagée,
the
l'Office francophone
French
des
Bureau of
jeunesse et la Ligue de
OFQJ,
l'enseignement
the
centralement sur le
League
développement
d'enseignement, the
qui nous a
teaching
accueillis.
leave, at the national level
Et
and at the regional
l'IRF
level,
qui était présent
and the
aussi et qui
IRF
a
was
permis aussi que
present,
ça puisse
also
se dérouler.
present.
Pour vous faire un récap très rapide,
for a quick overview, the feedback is very good. Everyone is very happy about the GSEF. We've had the occasion to talk about it with every young people that were there. And as Aurore said, we want to congratulate you for the Youth Declaration and some words from young people in the reports, mission reports. There's a lot of people who said that they come out of this event really, they've grown thanks to this event and the satisfaction not to be alone in front of all of these big subjects and to be able to share this with young people coming from all over the world. And I think that thank you very much, all of you. As Rita was here and she animated this whole day, maybe you can say a word, but I'm finished. Hello, my great partner. They were all great partners. We had a very incredible day. So I'm from the Ligue Enseignement Nouvelle-Aquitaine, teaching league. This day was full of energy, with a very inspiring path. They worked all day. A lot of you are here today. It was a demonstration of what we can do together with different levels of French language. Maybe sometimes we've had different words for saying the same things, but that's what GSEF must be, give opportunities to young people so that they can work together, so that the SSE can be more present in our territories with voices and strength. Thank you for letting me speak. That was very great. We can continue with the other important points, talking points. If some of you want to speak, don't hesitate to raise your hand so we can see you. Because if you do not do that, we cannot see that you want to speak. Do not hesitate. Thank you, Aurore. After that, we have the football match. I'll say a word about that. I'll see Lilou raising her hand. I'll let you, Lilou, say some words. Hello, everyone. I want to give a feedback from the point of view of participants of some of the OFQJ delegation and I participated to the hackathon. All that was said was very, very fulfilling. It was very inspiring for most participants of the delegation with whom I am still in contact. Thank you very much, Lilou, for this feedback. On this slide, you can see an event that happened in parallel to the forum. A lot of things were happening at the same time. This was a football match. If Charles or Pierre are here, don't hesitate to speak about this after me. The idea was to reach young people in Bordeaux, in the territory, so to meet young people from all over the globe. With the young people, they don't always have a deep knowledge of SSE, so we can use sport to exchange around engagement with them. It was a success, I think, with a few details, except a few details, like the placements. We exchanged a lot at this occasion with a lot of people that never met before. I think that organizers and the participants feel it was a very positive event. Football is all the dear beautiful values, sports in general. It was very nice to propose this activity.
Sans faire de référence à des universitaires. Je ne sais pas dans quel sens, parce que la slide suivante, c'est concernant la
On the
déclaration.
next
Donc, je
slide, we
pense
have
que
about
tout le monde
the
peut
youth
trouver les slides.
declaration. We
Il y en
can
a aussi
speak about
apparemment
this
dans
a
la
bit.
salle.
Several people in the room will
La présentation de la
speak about
déclaration, puis
this.
après
Maybe we'll
faire une
present the declaration, and after that, I'll give
certains qui vont en parler.
and let
Donc, ça peut
other
être
people
dans ce
speak.
sens-là.
Maybe it would be better this
Je
way.
vais présenter juste en 2 minutes
I'll
comme
just
ça.
present 2 minutes to present the declaration, notably.
Donc, pour vous rappeler, il y a eu tout un travail pendant des mois
We worked for
de
months
récolte de la parole
to
sur tous les continents,
gather
dans différents pays. On avait fait
the
des réunions
experiences of young people in different languages, different countries.
rien que sur le territoire français
We had several interventions in the
et à travers
French and Nouvelle-Aquitaine territories.
les autres continents. Il y a eu aussi des webinaires, aussi
There were
locaux.
webinars,
Donc voilà, on avait
local
beaucoup de choses à faire.
events.
On a travaillé
So we have a lot of matter to work with. And with this matter, we've had
continentaux qui sont
5
après devenus une déclaration
continental
internationale
advocacies, which became an international declaration
les 6 axes qui sont
with
là
with
qui a été
6
lié aussi à la
priorities, which you
communauté.
can see here.
On a bien référencé aussi tout le travail
We've done a lot of referencing work.
de rassembler
It's the goal of the SSE
l'ensemble
to gather everyone,
des diagnostics, tous les plaidoyers aussi
all the
des autres
feedbacks, all the advocacies from
organisations
other
internationales.
networks and international organizations
Ça avait été un gros travail
working
pour
with
structurer
young people.
cette déclaration
It was
qui
a
était
lot of work to
très
structure this
ambitieuse
declaration, which was very
et
ambitious.
engagée. Ce qui nous a permis après, du coup, comme je vous ai partagé
Thanks to that, we
dans
are able,
le chat
I'll share that in the chat,
cette présentation, je ne vais pas perdre
this
trop
presentation
de
without
temps
losing too
pour vous
much
lire.
time.
Ça, du coup, c'est issu aussi de la déclaration et vous y avez accès. On vous remettra
So
le
you
lien.
can access it through the
Un petit
link.
peu aussi le portage
We'll
qui avait
speak
été
about
fait en amont du forum.
the work we've done
Également, du
before
coup,
the forum,
ce qui s'est passé pendant le forum.
and to go back to what happened during the forum
Assez rapidement, sachant qu'en plus, on a vu un peu les grandes
quickly.
thématiques.
We'll outline the
Ensuite,
big
un peu
themes.
le travail de co-construction et d'appropriation des
So under the
à
work of
partir de cette
co-construction,
déclaration,
co-design
un collectif
of this
qui
declaration,
a
so
essayé de comprendre
we've built a
l'actualité,
collective of young people from every
les questions
countries, from every
des
delegations,
différents partenaires qui
of our
participaient à
different
l'événement.
partners that participated in the
Des
events.
jeunes issus de 18 pays qui, eux, du coup, malgré le
So
nombre
32 young
de
people
participants
from
au forum, n'ont pas pu participer à
18
ces activités
countries.
puisqu'ils avaient
So in parallel the
des
forum, they
calendriers
participated in these
conséquents à
activities. In
travailler
parallel, they
après
had
les
workshops,
événements
other
qui,
activities, and
évidemment,
they
ont
had to work on this declaration.
pouvait encore en rediscuter,
So
mais
some young people still met up in the evening to discuss.
réapproprié et reconstruit
They really
leur propre
appropriated
déclaration qu'ils ont pu
this declaration,
dire sur scène. On remercie le collectif Talent
which
qui nous a soutenus dans cette démarche et
they
qui soutient les
decline
jeunes.
on the
C'était
scene.
génial de voir toute l'évolution et tout le questionnement des jeunes sur toute la semaine. On était
So this was very nice to see
vraiment
the evolution of
fiers et ravis.
the thought
Donc voilà,
process
c'est bien ce que je disais. J'ai
all over the
peut-être dit
week.
deux bêtises. Mais si je change pas sur. Voilà, c'est
So I
32
was,
jeunes de 18 nationalités.
so yes, I was right. 32 young
Ensuite,
people from
partage d'écran.
18
Je vais
nationalities.
quand même vous
I'll end
partager.
the screen sharing and I'll share with you
Ça va
quickly.
pas durer longtemps. Partager. Non, là, c'était trop vite. Je pense que je n'ai pas mis le son. J'aurais pu tenter
I think there is no sound.
partager l'audio. Fantastique.
Fantastic.
Petit délai avec la connexion.
I have to wait because my connection is not
Vous
that
allez voir
good.
à l'écran.
You'll see on your screen.
Est-ce qu'on peut le mettre en plein écran? C'est mieux.
Maybe you can put it in full screen, that's better.
Cette énergie contagieuse, exigeante,
This,
audacieuse, car la jeunesse n'attend plus qu'on parle pour elle. Elle parle ici, là et maintenant.
it speaks here now. We call to the youth to join us here to share the International Youth Declaration, to take back power of action in this time where our rights are.
Du coup, l'image que je vois sur l'écran de ma collègue ne fonctionne pas du tout. Ouais, vous, ça passait?
So I think it's not working. Yes, it's working. So randomness of birth determine too often the destiny of a life.
And fight against neoliberalism that hurts people.
Queremos ser parte activa de este movimiento, promover vivienda accesible, educación popular, soberanía económica y solidaridad global.
Want to promote the accessible housing.
Nous pouvons construire un modèle de santé plus juste.
We can construct a more just model of healthcare.
Demain, quand le réveil sonnera,
Tomorrow, when
avec envie,
your ringtone will
pour une
ring,
économie sociale et solidaire.
you'll get up for a new social and solidarity economy.
Super, on repasse sur le. Voilà, on voulait juste vous partager un peu
We just wanted to share with you
le teasing de ce
the
moment.
teasing of this moment.
Lien vers les réseaux sociaux avec
Short extract. I've put a link toward our social networks
qui renvoie vers cette vidéo et vers la vidéo longue si vous voulez.
so that you can see this video and the complete video of this moment, of course. So I share my screen again. Yes, it's working.
Vous l'avez vécu pour certains.
I'll take the opportunity because you lived it for some of you. Maybe we can gather your feedback, know how you've lived this week, this moment on scene. If you were participating without, even if you did not speak, or if you were in the public, it would be very good to hear you. Maybe d'Italie, who is here. We're very lucky to have Sébastien Roussel the whole week. He followed all this work between young people. He did some interviews, he did a podcast with, I will put the link in the chat. Maybe if he wants to say a bit of a journalist point of view.
Hi, can you hear me? Yes. So I participated at the mobility and all the progress of GSEF for the forum, and like I really enjoyed all the workshop we did at the La Cité Bleue and at the forum, because I participated as a youth worker and also as a participant. And to be honest, being able to write a declaration who give voice to young people, nowadays it's really important, because we have a lot of devices and ways to make our voices being heard. And so all the all the workshops we did with Maras, being able to create our our speech using rap and creative with poetry and other types of writing, it's really cool, and I enjoyed it really. And being able also to talk to 10,000 people, it's really, I really enjoyed, because to be honest, I'm a bit shy, but though I really enjoyed and I improved myself in this speech. And from my point of view, all the work that has done, it's really well done because it gives voice, like it says on the PowerPoint, 32 young voices. That it's not that it's really important. And also, I participated at the podcast. Speaking of the social and solidarity economy, that before knowing, before participating, I never knew what it was, and I learned from this experience. So I really enjoyed. And on the local level, like 2 weeks ago, we did like a party for a thing that we opened on our YAF center. But I talked at our point, because we have like an info point of explaining, and we tell also the various things we do. I also talked about GSEF and the forum, and we took some pictures that later I'm gonna share. And I saw that, because I want people on a local level to know what is GSEF and and that is important. YAF, social and solidarity economy for youth, because it's a wide topic, and you can like to talk a bit. It can be on a local level, on a European level, or in this case, like in this way, we're on international level. So also knowing people who are like linked to a common thing, it's really cool, and I really enjoy, because our young people have to be heard. That's my point. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ricardo, for your testimony. Following the raising hands, Dylan, do you want to take the floor? Dylan, tu peux prendre la parole.
Bonjour, est-ce que vous m'entendez?
Hello, can you hear me?
Ok. Bonjour, moi c'est Dylan Darteil.
So I am Dylan Darteil. I participated in the International Youth Declaration because I work with the Regional Council, Youth Regional Council of Nouvelle-Aquitaine. What was interesting is that we participated in the declaration, but at the same time, we participated to the construction of the European advocacy with Martin, Aurore, Rita, a lot of people. So we've had two roles. It was very interesting to have both these roles. About the forum, what was interesting,
déjà, je m'attendais pas à ce qu'on soit autant de jeunes, à ce qu'on puisse autant.
I was surprised that there were so much young people that we were able to speak that good. My English level is a bit approximative, but we've managed. Ricardo, who spoke just before, we were in the same room as at a youth accommodations. What was really interesting is the way we approached this advocacy, so that we could transform it in a more personal declaration with simpler words, and to be able to do a declamation before everyone. The whole week of the forum was occasion to meet people, so we could have some ideas for the next forum, which is in the work. These projects we are working on. One of these are to sail to Brazil in the next forum. So I want to leave France and to sail by boat to Brazil.
On a très peu de temps, parce que 2 ans, ça passe très vite pour ce genre de projet-là. Mais c'est en bonne
We've
voie.
only have 2 years. 2 years goes by very fast for this type of project,
Si on a
but
d'autres
we'll
personnes
cooperate on this.
n'hésitez pas,
And if
on est
others
ouvert.
want to come in this project, we are very happy. And that's all for me.
Wow. C'est tellement chouette. J'aimerais tellement ça habiter en France.
That's so nice.
Mais là, ça donne des idées. Peut-être que le Québec pourrait se faire
That
passer une
gives
délégation.
that gives so much ideas. Maybe
jeune,
Quebec can send your delegation
Ça donne des idées.
to sail to
Je vais prendre la
Brazil.
parole en français et en anglais.
So I speak
pour,
both in French and in English,
pour que tout le monde puisse
so that
entendre un peu ce que je dis.
everyone can hear what I have to say.
Je fais partie du pôle jeunesse là, avec l'aile jeunesse.
So I'm from the Youth Hub with the chantier de l'économie sociale.
Puis dans le fond, j'ai participé à toute la démarche pré.
So I've worked on all the on the work that happened before the forum. It was very, very nice, very good experience.
So I really enjoyed working with people from all continents. Oui.
Désolé. Oui, mais du coup, il y a la traduction.
Oui, je sais que ouais, c'est vrai que
Par contre, effectivement,
There's a translation, interpretation, and direct. If we speak a bit slower, so that Hugo, translator, can follow it.
I'll try speaking
Sorry for
slower. If I do speak too
catching
fast,
you.
please tell me. I was saying that, yeah, I enjoyed the whole process, but what I mostly enjoyed was the 3 days with all of us trying to just feel what the declaration meant to us on our continents with our realities, which are so different. For me was actually really sensitive, and yeah, it was just it happened like a few times that I there was tears like in my eyes, like just hearing all of us together working for the same thing, for peace, for love, for climate justice. So it was really touching for me. And now I want action. So we are a few young people here in Quebec who are mobilized and engaged in social justice and working towards transforming this economy in Quebec towards like fully social and solidarity economy. And I think there's a momentum, like an international momentum with what's happening everywhere in the world, where we can just be together and make strategies so we can have better impacts. So I'm looking forward to work with all of us, with all of you, to be more, to have more strength and more voices and more ideas, like going in Brazil together on a boat. So thank you all for being here. It's really nice to see your face, and I will let the floor to Alba. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. And so totally, I'm with you. We need some action. Well, just, first of all, just want to say that I'm so sorry not to put the camera, but I'm really sick, so that's why. But yeah, I also participated in the declaration, and I just want to take the floor briefly to say that thanks to the visibility that the declaration got after GSEF, I have started, like, both personally and professionally, collaborations with entities from the social economy with regards to the expansion of the role of the youth, which I think it was one of the kind of the objectives of the declaration, to be more visible and to be more active and to be more just where the social economy tools are expanding. And so I just want to say that, at least in my side, very cool, because it's happening, and it's happening in, well, yeah, like in many ways, but especially in professional ways, where it's very interesting to see how yeah, how young voices are more and more appreciated. And I think also for me, GSEF was very, very interesting to see how many people was touched by seeing the youth so involved. So yeah, let's go. Let's be more involved. And yeah, Lori, let's do things to impulse it. And yeah, so thank you to everybody. I give the floor to Karim.
Thank you, Alba, for your testimony and all those before.
Il y a Karim, là, je crois, qui veut parler. Non?
Très bien.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. So I'm Karim Sabourou. I'm from Benin. I participated to the Youth Declaration on the scene, on the stage. That was the best experience in my life. It was a big innovation to welcome. We are more concerned, more invested. We can act on these ideas on the national or international level. It gets. I think his connection will cut. Maybe we can wait a sec. Karim. We hope he can come back to finish speaking because he slammed on stage, which was very incredible. So Karim is from Benin, so we'll stay in the same geographical area. We see that Togo is connected. She works with actors in Togo in the ministry. If you want to say words, there is Fabrice. He's a coordinator of Pôle Jeunesse Africa in Côte d'Ivoire. Karim, as soon as you're back, we'll let you speak, of course. Fadel from Togo. So we go not too far from Benin.
J'espère que vous m'écoutez, hein. Ok, parfait.
I hope you can hear me. I thank you very much,
Martin, et aussi à toute l'équipe
Martin, and the whole team of GSEF.
Je remercie aussi nos chers partenaires parce que
I thank our partners.
ma casquette de point focal.
As in my role of local actor, I was from the French-speaking delegation. And frankly, there is no equal in a term of dynamism. So our leader, Eleonore, she was very helpful before, during, after. So it gives us hope, as we said in a previous meeting. So GSEF enable us to know each other better and to work with us on some subjects. So it's a very nice opportunity offered by the FEG. The framework of this discussion framework can be discussed. Can everyone be said on the platform today? I do not think so. So GSEF, the network on the whole continent, and we need to be supported today with a more long-term support and we can develop these partnerships
ensemble sur un projet d'envergure
to
internationale, etc.
design a
Donc,
project
moi,
together,
souvent, ce
an
cadre
international project.
où peut-être c'est les contacts ou bien les coordonnées qui seront peut-être partagés et les organisations.
I don't know if
Nous puissions
the
continuer,
contacts
continuons
of
à
everyone can be shared so that we can keep working together.
à Aurore, voilà.
And thank you
Nous
to
avons eu
Aurore
aussi, lors du GSEF, à travailler sur la
during
cartographie, les nord
GSEF.
et autres. Et donc, c'était l'occasion aussi pour la
We've worked
vice-présidente
together, and
qui
she's a
est
vice
Madame
president, Madam
Maud, Maud qui nous avait
Maud,
rejoint avec les
Maud, the
autorités
vice
de notre
president,
pays,
with the authorities of
notamment
our
le
own
préfet de
country,
Norbulance et les autres acteurs
and the
pour voir
authorities
quel
of
est
my own country is
qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait
reaching
faire
back to me
avec,
so that
avec
they want
ces
to know what
partenariats.
we can
On
do
va
with
essayer
these
de gérer. Et
partnerships.
aussi, après tout, j'étais en contact
We
avec Madame Aurore
I
qui
spoke with
m'a
Aurore.
véritablement, elle a pris son temps pour pouvoir
She
m'expliquer beaucoup de choses. Et je
took her
pense
time to
qu'il y aurait
explain to me a lot
de
of
moments
things,
pas possible
and I think
aujourd'hui.
that this
Et pour la région,
dynamism
quand même au niveau du
will
Togo, donc je peux
happen
dire que le Togo
at the
a
level
bel et
of
bien
Togo,
initié
my
ce
country.
un Youth
So
Hub. Donc, c'est-à-dire à quel niveau
created
le
the
GSEF.
Ministry
Et donc,
of
l'autre jour,
the
cette région
SSE
peut
on
être
the
restée
8th
et
of
l'institution. Nous,
October.
France Volontaire, on a déjà déterminé la date et tout. Mais j'ai été appelé par
So I
l'équipe
was
du
called
ministère.
upon by the
Donc,
team of the ministry.
la ministre a demandé en fait à
The
ce qu'on puisse se
minister
rencontrer et
asked
échanger sur
to
comment sera la
meet me
mobilisation.
to
Et donc,
speak about
ici,
what
vous
can
avez
be
compris
done.
en fait qu'il ne peut pas être des autorités voir en fait la réception mais les actions à la télévision. Voilà. Donc, le plus important, ce qu'ils proposent pour nous est
So
de
most
venir avec
what's important that
des échanges
they
avec les différents acteurs,
reach
c'est-à-dire parler sur seule une
reached
même voix.
us
Parce que si
so
aussi
that we
quelqu'un
can
veut se
speak with
diriger à la
a
direction,
single voice,
demain, au
because
terme et tout,
if
on va falloir qu'on
someone
crée
goes to the
aussi.
ministry,
Donc déjà, il va falloir qu'on puisse créer ce réseau qui va nous avantager énormément et nous donner plus de poids quand même à aller encore plus de l'avant. Et cette
so we
activité
want to have
s'est
more
réalisée le mois
weight,
passé chez moi au siège où tous les différents acteurs de la
so
SSE
that
étaient présents.
a lot of different actors
Donc,
of the
et on a
SSE were
pris un peu
present
tempérament pour pouvoir
for a meeting at
organiser
our
d'autres
organization
projets
last month.
dans les 5 régions du Togo
So
pour
we have different
photographier
SSE
quand même
projects
ces
in the
aspects d'identification
5
géographique.
regions
Mais
of
pour pouvoir
Togo,
quand même monter un projet, il va falloir quand même
because
définir un
to
besoin. Et ce besoin, c'est à
work
travers
on a
ça
project, we have to
définir tout d'abord
establish
ce que nous
what
allons
we
faire
need
et aussi voilà, identifier les acteurs. Donc
to
déjà, si
identify the
les autres
actors.
partenaires qui nous
If
suivent
other partners
actuellement lors de notre
following us
webinaire ou
today
si
during our
vous
webinar, you
pensez
think
que
that
vous travaillez avec une
you
organisation du
can
Togo
work
pour le
with
développement de
an
l'ESSE,
organization
nous
from
serons
Togo for the
entièrement
development
partant.
of the
Je vous
SSC,
remercie.
do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.
Merci Fadel. Vas-y Lucie.
Thank you, Fadel. Go ahead, Lucie.
En français, si c'est OK.
Hello, everyone. I'll speak French if that's okay.
Juste pour rappeler, moi, c'est Lucie de Déclic
So
en
I'm
Perspective, donc
Lucie
un
from
projet
Déclic en
Bruxelles-Wallonne
Perspective,
et Wallonie,
project from
dans la
Brussels,
partie wallonne de la Belgique.
so in
Et on accompagne les
Wallonia
jeunes à entreprendre
in
dans le milieu
Belgium.
social et à
We
développer des
help
projets au
youth
stade de
to
l'idéation et de l'émergence
work in the
d'idées.
SSE
Et
to
c'est pas moi
become
personnellement qui ai
entrepreneurs.
participé à la
So I did not
délégation,
personally
mais ma
participated in the
collègue Lucie
delegation, but my
Duchesne,
colleague
qui
Lucie
intervenait
Duchesne
lors du
intervened
discours.
during the
Et elle vous remercie d'ailleurs
declamation,
de tout cœur de la
and
place que
she
vous lui avez
thanked
donnée.
you
Donc, je
from the
suis
bottom of her
très
heart
heureuse.
for the
Je
place
voulais
you
vous
gave
partager un
her.
petit article
So
qui a
I'm
été
here representing her
partagé
today.
par la SAWB.
So I speak
Donc,
about
c'est un acteur ici de
an
l'économie sociale à
article
Bruxelles
from
sur
the
les
local
inégalités
actor of the
liberté des
SSC
alternatives wallonnes et
around
bruxelloises. Et c'est
the
un article en fait qui reprend voilà, ce qui se fait
alternative in
depuis le
Brussels in Wallonia.
GSEF avec un focus
So it's an
évidemment
article that's
jeunesse et tout un appel en fait
it's an overview of
envers
what
la
happened
RIS
during GSEF,
pour faire
and
plus
it's a real call
dans
from
l'économie sociale et
youth,
solidaire. Et donc là, il y a
so we can
effectivement une
do
vraie vision
more in the
politique quoi,
SSC, and it's a real
la jeunesse, elle appelle et il n'y a pas beaucoup de
question
réponses,
of
il y a beaucoup
politics,
d'actions.
because
Et donc,
youth is
elle a aussi
calling, is
partagé
calling
quelques
for action, and
recommandations,
nothing
notamment l'année
happens.
prochaine. On aimerait bien
In terms
organiser
of
un déclic
actions,
tour européen
want
et
to
donc
organize a European tour,
avec
Declic
des pays
European
qui voudraient se
tour,
porter volontaires.
with
Donc, ce serait aller
other
à
countries
rencontrer des
want
acteurs de
to
l'économie sociale et
volunteer
solidaire un peu partout
to
en
meet
Europe.
with
Après, je pense
actors
qu'on
of the
peut faire des
SSC all
choix.
around
Et
Europe. Maybe we will have to some choices to make, what countries we visit, but you are all welcome to write to me. Maybe I'll share my email address in the chat so that we can continue to create a link to meet on the ground. It will be a very good opportunity to develop a network. And thank you very much for this webinar.
Merci Lucie, n'hésite pas
Thanks you, Lucy. Don't hesitate to share your email address in the chat. This is very interesting.
Je vois que Karim est revenu, donc
I see that Karim is back.
aussi
I hope that Karim, you will be able to finish what you've had to say, and we will let you speak if your internet connection lets you. Yes, it's good now. I don't know if you hear and see me. Okay. Sorry, my connection, my internet connection just let me down. It was a very nice experience for youth. My participation to the Global Forum without the International Declaration would not be the same. It would not have had the same values. I'm very proud to have participated to this forum, in this forum. It was a very salutary prospect for those to come. So I really thank you for giving us the opportunity to move to Bordeaux for this event, travel to Bordeaux. Thank to Valentine, who asked me to join this declaration, and thank Maras for her help around the writing for every part of writing the declaration. So thank to the whole team, and I hope to work with you for what will be coming next.
Est-ce que tout le monde a pris la parole? Est-ce que c'est
Did everyone speak that wanted to speak? Ah, Floris, I did not see her. Fabrice.
Merci, bonsoir à toutes et
Fabrice.
à tous.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to congratulate the whole team, and I wanted to speak about the difficulties encountered by young people in the African delegation, because we are the feedback phase, and I want to speak about this. So we've encountered some problems on the visas, because I have worked a lot on this question for the mobilization of the African youth on the process of acquiring visas. And I want to, yes, congratulate all these young Africans who were able to travel despite all of these obstacles. We're up to the task. So now we have to act and to put in place what was said. So this declaration, we do not have to let it be forgotten, but no, we have to act on this declaration and establish continental programs, agendas to take this declaration to states, to regional institutions, and to see how we can structure all this. And thank you, everyone.
Merci Fabrice.
Thank you, Fabrice. Marie-Christine?
Oui, bonjour.
Marie. Hello, everyone.
Bonjour, vous m'entendez?
Can you hear me? Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Ok, parfait. Donc, déjà, Merci pour ce webinaire.
First, thank you for this webinar, and
Je viens de rentrer du travail et
please
j'aimerais
excuse me for my apologies for being late.
par la suite peut-être mon visage n'est pas adéquat.
My face is not
Je suis
ready for now,
Marie-Christine J,
so I'm Marie Christin J. Christian J.
dans son prénom. Et la première journée, là quand on était à
So I have
l'école,
16 letters in my name
personnes qui ont le plus long et le nombre
for my first name.
de lettres dans le
So we did a bit of
aligné et moi je me suis retrouvée au bout du fil parce que le mien était trop long.
so yes, we compared
Je suis
the length of our
du Québec
names, and I was last
je
because
faisais
my
partie
name is so
de
long. So I was from the
réfugiés qui
Quebec
est arrivé
delegation. I'm a
Belleville
part
au
of
Québec. Grâce à vous, en tout
OF2G.
cas, j'ai
So I
pu
traveled to Bordeaux, a very beautiful city. Thanks to you,
mon
I could
expérience
visit.
par rapport
My
au GSEF
experience
ne
at the
peut pas
GSEF
commencer sans remercier
could
Éléonore
not begin
qui a
without
été
thanking
incroyable,
Eleonore.
la star
She was
de ce
incredible.
projet.
She's a
Donc,
true star.
merci beaucoup pour ton accompagnement, ton soutien
Thank
et
to
aussi ta
your
réactivité
support
par
for your
rapport aux personnes
reactivity
qui sont venues
and
et qui ont pu t'adapter aussi, nous orienter par rapport à ça.
everyone
Laurie
who
aussi,
came.
merci beaucoup à toi aussi. Ça a été toujours un
Marie, thank
plaisir de
you.
voir
It was a real
ton sourire,
pleasure to see your smile.
toujours à nos écoutes et
It
tout.
was
Donc,
you were
tous ceux et
always
celles
always listening
nous
to
ont
us.
aidés de près et de loin.
So
Donc,
thanks to
je vous
everyone
remercie.
who helped us.
Le JSEF a été pour moi
GSEF was for me
une opportunité
an
incroyable
opportunity and an incredible experience as a young
jeune fille,
girl.
je suis d'origine haïtienne
I'm
et
from
j'ai
Haiti,
immigré au Québec il y a ça plus de
and I
10
immigrated
ans.
to
Donc,
Quebec more than 10 years ago.
avoir cette opportunité d'apporter
And to
cette
have this
voix
opportunity
des jeunes
to
issus d'une immigration
have
haïtienne
voice,
et
to bear this
c'est une
voice of
opportunité que je
young
pourrais
people coming
et
from the
être
immigration.
reconnaissante de cela. Et
I
par
will
rapport à
never
ça
be,
aussi,
I'll never cease
souvent
to
en tant que
be
jeune, on se trouve dans
thankful
des
for
situations
this.
où on ne se sent pas légitime. Et
As a young
de faire
person, you
beaucoup
encounter a lot of
participer au
situations where you do not
GSEF
feel
et de
legitimate
rencontrer
and to
toutes ces
participate in the
expériences, toutes
GSEF
ces rencontres,
and
toutes ces
to have this experience to
nouvelles
meet everyone,
perspectives de
all
comment
these
les
new
autres font
perspectives
et
and
après
how the
détenir cette
others do,
légitimité et ça a
and
ouvert
to
beaucoup de
have
portes et
myself
j'aimerais
this
par la suite
legitimacy
vous
will
partager
open a lot of
par rapport aux
path to
actions
me
et
that I will be able
j'ai
to
fait un
share with
projet de
you.
logement abordable
So I worked on a project of affordable housing
mais plus à la valorisation des compétences expertises des personnes issues de
to
l'immigration
value
et
with
et voir comment on aborde la question de logement
with
abordable, que ce
collaboration with
soit en France,
people
dans
from
d'autres pays, la
immigrate
Belgique,
with immigrants.
l'Australie,
Worked with Belgium, with
avoir les
Australia,
forums, les tables rondes, les conseils, les
with
partenariats
round tables,
pour voir
forum,
comment
councils,
chaque personne contribue dans
and
notre
how
société
every
est
person
inspirant
contributes
et ça m'a toujours
to its own society,
j'étais
and it was
soulagée
very
de voir
energizing
toute
for
cette
me,
énergie et
so I can
apporter
come
tout ça
back with
à la société québécoise pour contribuer à
this
son
same energy
objectif et
and
ses
to get
fins.
it to
Donc,
the
entre autres, ça m'a
society in
ouvert
Quebec
beaucoup de
as a young
quand je
woman.
suis rentrée, j'étais comme, non, je suis tombée en
When
amour
I
avec
went
le
back
processus
home,
alors que
uh,
j'avais une idée
I
de
really
ça,
was
que
I really
j'aimais
fell in
bien ce
love
milieu aussi,
with the
mais
SSE.
je me dis, non, il faut que je puisse encore apprendre plus de
I want
de la
to
gestion,
learn
de
as much as
l'accompagnement,
possible around
donc et
management
comprendre cette diversité
and how to
culturelle qui est
support,
riche là-bas
to
parce que
understand this cultural diversity.
SSE, c'est pas rien. C'est toute une
Because
culture qui a été apportée
119 countries
et
is
qu'on
not
vit
nothing.
aussi
It's a whole culture
ici
that I
avec
could
nous
discover,
et
and
ça m'a
I
aussi
shared my own culture with
de
others,
pouvoir apprendre à comprendre les
and
relations
I could
entre
better
les
understand the
différentes
relationship
cultures.
between the
Et
different
entre autres,
cultures,
par rapport, j'ai
among
pu,
others.
comme j'ai dit, trouver cette légitimité-là. Et
So
donc,
as I was able
soutenir
to find
la
this
voix des
legitimacy,
jeunes
I
filles,
could
des jeunes
focus
filles, que
on
ce
the
soit issues de
voice of
l'immigration, des jeunes filles
young women,
dans la
young
société,
girls,
dans la société québécoise qui
immigrants,
prennent
but
la parole dans le sommet
not just
du
immigrants,
nouveau qui
from
s'appelle
the
GSEF.
whole
Aujourd'hui, je vais prendre
society
la
in
parole dans
Quebec.
le conseil d'arrondissement de Montréal
So I'll
qui
be
est une
able
autre
to speak at
organisation qui
the
œuvre, il y a ça
council,
10 ans,
at the
et
local
que
city
quand
council
j'ai
in Montreal.
sorti du GSF, j'ai été nommée
When I came back
secrétaire
from
du conseil
GSEF,
d'administration.
I was
Donc,
nominated the
Elisa,
secretary of
qui fait partie du conseil
the.
d'administration. Donc, sincèrement,
council, and I'm the younger member of this council.
Est tellement plus, et c'est indescriptible parce que c'est pas
So it's
matériel.
really
En fait, c'est immatériel et ça donne beaucoup
I can't say
à nous les
how to
jeunes.
describe this.
Avoir la
What
voix,
the value
avoir
you
une
bring
voix
you
dans un
bring to
système
us, to have a
où
voice in this system
minimise souvent les
where
jeunes.
you
Ça
are
donne
minimized
la
as a
place
young
pour les
person.
jeunes
We
qui
don't have any
exprimer
space as a young
conscience,
person,
sans oublier
and
que
we have a
nous
lot
sommes
to
l'avenir
say.
de demain.
And
Nous sommes l'avenir de
we
demain.
are the future.
Et quand vous serez plus malheureusement ou vous serez rendu à un âge
And when
avancé,
you'll be in the
alors prenez
afterlife,
soin de nous. Donnez-nous la
we
place.
will be
Et après, nous, par
in
la suite,
charge.
on va prendre soin de vous.
So
Donc,
give some space to us, and we'll take care of you after that. Once
on va
once
pouvoir construire mieux.
you are not able anymore to take care of yourself,
J'étais pas
so we
préparée.
can build a better
J'ai
society.
parlé avec le cœur. Merci
So I did not
et j'ai
did not
hâte
prepare anything. So I spoke with my
prochaine
heart.
audition.
So see you next
Merci beaucoup.
time. See you next forum.
Marie, c'est Fadel. Tu m'as oublié en fait. Notre témoignage. Voilà.
Oui, Fadel, oui. On est resté
Mari, you
en
forgot me, Mari. Yes, Fadel. We stay in touch. We stayed in touch
Fadel ne m'a pas encore dit.
to work on his project in Congo, in Togo.
On va voir, Fadel. On
He
verra.
still did not tell me how to work with him, but we'll see how we do. Okay, very good.
C'est parfait. On voit que du coup les liens sont faits.
Okay, that's perfect. So
Merci pour
the people you met, you are still in contact with them. That's very good. So maybe we'll go with Luis and Prudence, and after that we'll see something else. Thank you very much for the floor. I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo. So my face is not ready for being seen by everyone right now. I just connected. So thank you for this time of exchange. So I was a counselor on the volunteership with without funding from the government, we do not exist anymore, but I am still here. So the best thing I learned at GSEF is this movement among young people. That the best thing we could have in the DSE. We've had a lot of problems. And Maxence, which is a focal point for the DRC, wanted to accompany the younger people, but the visas, until the very last minute, the visas were not delivered. So a lot of work with the embassies. Another problem was being cared for. So traveling was very hard for young people from the DRC. We were stuck at the immigration services, but we still been able to. So the DRC was represented at a higher level by the President of the Republic and the coordinator around the violences on young people, and with the director of the cabinets of the Ministry of Youth. So we discussed with all these young people. Because in DSC we had a regional forum for the SSE. So Balou is here to help us. It's a new experience. It's a first. You are invited, even if I don't have the authority to say that, maybe, but I'll say it anyway. We'll be able to organize this. Thank to all of you that who organized this activity. It was very good. 3 days were not enough. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prudence, for your testimony. And Luis, you can. speak. Merci. Thank you, Martin. Hello, everyone. I'm here in Mexico. It's 7 in the morning. Thank you for inviting me thank you for including me. I had the opportunity to participate in GSEF last year as a coordinator of the campaign of young actives, working with RIPES, with the participation of young people in the SSE. We worked on this for 2 years in Salvador, and the global platform which developed this initiative. We went to this space. It was very important for us. Our participation was very beautiful because we managed everything on our own. We went there with self-sustaining strategies without any fundings, and which made it even more important for us. For the first time for all of us going to Europe, so we went to the Cité Bleue. We participated in the Palais de l'Atlantique. We also participated in different roundtables around agriculture and an exchange of experience around the social currency, which is a very beautiful currency. So we spoke together around the currency and how they use it there, and how we use it in the Americas. At the Cité Bleue, we participated in a workshop around immigration, around the polarity, which is very strong. And immigration in the Americas is very different from the immigration in Europe. We've had a lot of good ideas. And the youth campaign, we are directly involved in the training around SSE and transformative economy. We made different connections thanks to this forum. I'm very grateful to be able to participate in this forum. So I'm not a coordinator in my association this year, but I'll join other associations, so RIPE Slack, because I've already lived these difficulties with being young. Sometimes we are just spectators. I'm just able to spectate and being and aiding in the organization in our associations do not always help us having a true voice in these spaces. And so I'll work on giving a bigger voice to young people. I know there will be some moments to meet up. People will be present in America. We're not a very big association, but we have a lot of love that we can share. And to welcome everyone in Mexico, I'll share a link to our social networks. So you can come whenever you want. I give you a lot of love, and I hope to be able to meet you again in these spaces. Thank you very much, Louis. I continue in French. Last intervention, Arlette. Oh, it's cutting up, sorry. I do not understand. We're very happy to take the time. Arlette, you can speak. We cannot hear Arlette.
Vous avez le micro coupé, Arlette.
Your mic is off, Arlette. My bad. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. I'm from Burkina Faso. I want to thank all the partners that participated in the organization of GSEF. It was an extraordinary experience. I want to thank again Eleonore. She fought for me to be there because of the tense relationship between my country and France. I had no hope of being present at the forum. Being there enabled me to participate in the round tables with to exchange with actors from all over the world to understand that we all do the same thing. We do it differently, and we can see what works abroad, and maybe what works there can work at home. Once I even back home in the association I'm part of, we try to say to everyone that SSE can be seen as a big word. That's something we work on in our everyday life to help as much as we can. So thank for the organizing this forum.
Merci Arlette.
Thank you, Arlette.
On va prendre
Without further ado,
juste 5
we'll
minutes.
continue.
On va avoir des échanges et après on vous donne définitivement la parole.
So we'll let you speak after, but we still have some things to say.
Super, on est revenu sur la slide.
Ouais, ça marche.
On va passer sur la suivante. Ok. Hop. Donc, je vais venir sur la slide plutôt en anglais, même si c'est la même. Donc peut-être Noumbé, si tu veux dire un petit mot des différents
You can say words
qui ont été produits
on the different contents that were produced after the event.
On pourra donner 2 minutes la parole à
Maybe we can let Sébastien,
également audio et écrit.
Okay.
because they worked on this. So thank you, Martin.
Notre présentation.
To continue our presentation, during the forum, there were a lot of content that were produced. So we wanted to give them more value through communication, to use them for communication for social networks. So we made some videos. We received some videos taken by participants during the forum. There were interviews, but not the forum. So not completely linked with the forum. There's some radio broadcasts. These broadcasts were recorded, and they will be available on different websites or the GSEF. The participants of these broadcasts will be able to have these recordings to use them locally, maybe with local radio stations. We also had photos, a lot of documents on a drive that was shared. On this drive, you can find all the declarations about all the declarations in every languages and other resources which would be helpful in your activities in relation to the SSE. And for the events, there will be the SSE to School Week, SSE at School Week, will be able to use these contents to show what happened. And we have the opportunity to ask you, what do you think can be done?
Peut-être donner la parole à Lilou.
I give the stage to the floor to Lilou.
Qui ont
She was working on the texts that were presented during the plenary of the declaration.
donner la parole à
I'll
Sébastien
then
qui
give
a
the floor
fait
to Sébastien Roussel,
un documentaire qui a suivi
who put up a documentary
durant les activités
showing the different
de
activities
la déclaration avec
around the
les
construction of the declaration,
il y a eu beaucoup
the youth
d'activités
declaration.
qui ont été
There were a lot of
faites,
workshops
et
that had been
aussi
done,
Sébastien
have
à
been
travers
done,
son
a
projet
lot of emotion.
qui a pu capter tout ce
And
process-là et
Sébastien, with
vraiment
his
témoigner et
projects,
redonner
gathered
son
this
expérience.
whole process, and I thank him for his experience.
Normalement.
So Lilou, you can hear me.
Donc, à savoir que pendant les ateliers de la déclaration jeunesse, on a
During the workshop on the Youth Declaration, we put up a WhatsApp group with everyone who participated in the declaration. After the declamation of the text, the first thing we've asked ourselves is what we do now. So we lived a very powerful moment. So now what do we do? So as a group, we've gathered all the texts. It's on a drive. It's on a cloud drive with all the texts that were said. So we asked our presenter, so Maras, we asked Maras to create a booklet that gather every text to use to share it on our networks.
Je sais pas si c'est clair, si vous avez des questions.
I don't know if it is clear enough, if you have any questions or not.
Ça paraît clair.
Tu veux dire quelque chose, Aurore?
To add anything, Aurore?
Merci Lilou et
yes, maybe. Thank you, Lilou. Thank to every young person able to work
ce document qui va nous être précieux.
on this document that will be very helpful.
À votre disposition
We are at your.
Pour que ça puisse prendre forme,
you can contact us when you want, so to make it true, so that this project can happen. Lilou, if you want to work with us, do not hesitate to contact us, that we can support you.
La finalisation de ce document et le travail de diffusion, comme tu dis, qui va devoir être
for this work of
je profite aussi pour dire
sharing
aux membres présents que s'ils ont
these documents. So I'll take this time to ask the members if they have any idea on how to share this. They can tell us. Thank for this information, Lilou. That's perfect. I just so first we will.
Donc juste comme on vous le disait, Numbe va partir et suivant le
So as was said, Numbe will be going back to another continent, and she will organize a continental hub. So you can contact me, and my email address that is displayed right now on your screen. Do not hesitate to contact me if something is has to be said to someone. I'll pass on the information to whoever it may concern.
Et donc pour finir, parce que du coup là on est dans les premières
To wrap up,
et on imagine bien que vous avez tous un peu des impératifs. On aimerait garder
because we've only the meeting should have ended at 3:30. So I watched again in the chat in the three languages. You've received an access to a common document. One objective is to contribute and to see how we can act on this declaration. So a lot of you said, so what now? How can we act and to bring the declaration to some people who do not listen to what we have to say? So a lot of content that were produced to
Nous, on est facilitateurs
so that everyone can have
de
tools
l'ensemble
to act on the
initiatives.
declaration.
Donc, on va faire des feuilles de route et on va nous mettre des actions en place.
So we'll
Des projets
establish some
dans les actions
plannings,
concrètes. Pour autant, on n'est
programs
pas,
for
comme je
concrete
peux dire,
actions.
que ce soit quand vous menez des projets, quand vous sollicitez vos autorités,
So when
quand
you're
vous mettez
contacting
des
your local
actions en place,
authorities, when you
on
are
est preneur
working on
contributions sur ce document commun là que vous avez
different actions,
reçu. J'ai remis les questions
so
sur
you can
le
contribute
slide.
to this
Normalement,
document that I've
je peux
just
presque partager l'écran. J'ai un peu peur
sent.
que
Maybe I could share my
les personnes
screen.
qui bougent sur l'écran en même temps, ça fasse mal la tête à tout le monde. Je vous l'ai envoyé à
100
en
people
parallèle.
on my screen that is moving at the same time could
Voilà,
give you a headache, so I will not do that maybe. I'll send you a screen capture after that.
déjà des choses formidables. Et là, du coup, sur
You
ce
are,
rapport et collecter
your work is
déclaration
incredible.
qui crédibilise aussi vos
With the
actions
declaration
dans
giving
vos
giving
pays,
credibility to your
reconnus
actions,
ou reconnus.
because the SSE is not as well known as it should be.
Mondial de vos valeurs,
So it's really a global outreach to what you can do, to what the SSE is.
nous au besoin.
Not hesitate to contact us if you
Je
need.
l'ai envoyé à l'ensemble des adresses mail des personnes
So
inscrites.
I send the documents to all of you who are registered. If you are not registered, not hesitate to write it in the chat so I can add you to the list and everyone contribute.
Peut-être que j'aurais pu présenter le document, mais c'est assez simple.
Maybe I could present the document, but I put the declaration in the middle with 5 questions around this declaration. So by clicking on with your mouse or pad, you can create a new note. It's really to gather a time to gather up ideas. You don't have to be too formal. And you can try to put things in place and to work together to put things in place.
Des gens qui ont mis leur adresse mail dans le
Some
chat.
people shared their email address in the chat, and we'll share with you this document so you can share your idea on the documents and how you thought the declaration can be used at the mondial or at the global or local level with projects on which you are already working.
N'hésitez pas si vous avez des questions, on est là pour y répondre.
Est-ce que je peux prendre la parole?
Maybe I can speak.
Oui.
Go ahead,
Du coup,
Lilou.
moi, dans mon idée, ça serait vraiment de faire connaître la
My idea
Déclaration
would be
internationale
to
jeunesse,
let this
mais en
declaration be
dehors
known
des structures qui étaient
outside
présentes lors du forum.
the
Pas dans ma
actors which
communauté
were
comment ça
present
pourrait se faire,
at the forum, and I don't know
mais
how we can do that.
voilà,
Tu penses à des structures en particulier où tu te dis j'aimerais sensibiliser les gens qui ne le sont pas, c'est ça?
Ben, en fait, moi je trouve qu'il n'y a pas vraiment eu de suite à la déclaration et je trouve que ce serait déjà très intéressant de faire connaître ce qui a été fait lors de cette déclaration au sein des structures de l'ESS pour pouvoir après
Maybe
les
it would be a good
enseignants et
thing
peut-être
to
élargir à d'autres
let this
structures
declaration
aussi.
be known outside of the
Mais
SSE
je sais pas
actors.
du coup
I don't know if
quelles sont vraiment les ambitions liées à cette déclaration.
the ambitions on
Et
this
est-ce que nous on peut
declaration
être en mesure
are,
de
what
faire
are the ambitions are.
en tant que jeune, voilà, j'arrive pas trop à
Yeah, I don't know
identifier
what we can do as
ce qu'on
a
peut faire concrètement suite à
young
cette déclaration
person
jeunesse malgré
what we can do around this declaration. We
ambitions.
are highly motivated and ambitious, but I do not know how we can act.
Moi, il y a un truc déjà qui me chafouine un peu.
That's something bothering me. Sorry for taking the floor a bit abruptly. When you look it up on internet, in France, the local press, the national press, is not talking about this. There's no concrete feedback. The Sud-Ouest did a small article, but they are from the region where the forum happened. There's no big
Le Figaro, etc.
newspaper
J'ai cité des journaux qui sont contre
wrote
cette
any article on this. So like
c'est
Le Monde, Le Figaro. Le Figaro maybe is against this type of idea by its very nature. There's a lot of feedback at the international level, but at the national level in France, we it's as most as if it did not happen at the national level. Maybe we can create a link with some national newspapers
Est-ce que par exemple, juste
which are being
faire signer une tribune
widely
pour
disputed.
l'opération jeunesse
Maybe we
en
can
France, ça pourrait
sign
être quelque
a
chose de pas
tribute
très compliqué à mettre en
at
place,
the
plus impactant.
national level to have more impact.
Je sais pas, par exemple, pour reprendre un peu notre déclaration
For example,
internationale
to
de la jeunesse et en faire une tribune et la poster sur un journal comme Le Monde, etc.
write
Enfin, vraiment quelque chose qui tape un peu. Ce serait bien. Et
to
sinon,
write something about
on
this
reprend
declaration and to publish it in a newspaper would be a very good thing at the national and European level.
Et le mural sert vraiment à tout ça.
The
N'hésitez
mural
pas
is what it is for. It's why the mural was created. You can write up all of your ideas. We can
qu'on puisse co-construire des
centralize them
propositions.
and to
Voilà.
co-construct
En
a
effet,
plan
on
of
va peut-être
action.
pas tous travailler en même temps, mais
We will
si
not be working
certains
on it at the same
avaient prévu
time,
d'être
all of us,
disponibles
but if
jusqu'à
some of
16 heures,
you
ben, n'hésitez pas
are available
à
until
nous dire pour qu'on suive ce
4,
mural parce que nous, ça va être vraiment
maybe you can take some
ça sera un
time
outil
to
important
build this
pour la
mural
suite.
because it will be a very
Pour
important
ceux
tool
qui
for
n'étaient
us
pas là
for
tout
what's
de
coming
suite,
next.
y dégager
For
quelques
those
minutes de temps.
who don't
N'hésitez
have
pas à
time
reprendre
for
le
now,
mural.
don't hesitate
Et
to come back to it
comme
later.
a pu vous le dire Martin, d'une part, il
And
est
as
facile
Martin
et
said,
rapide
on one hand,
d'essayer
he
de
shared his
continuer,
email address.
qu'on revienne et qu'on
Share with
revienne
us your email address so we can
vers vous
stay in
sur
touch and we
toutes les
can get
choses.
back to you
Merci en
on
tout cas
certain things.
pour les idées qui sont en train
Thank
de
you
naître
for
et
all of
ce
the
que
ideas
vous
that are
allez
being
laisser par la suite. Merci beaucoup.
created, thought up, and thank you for all your future actions.
En tout cas, oui, toutes les propositions sont bienvenues et
All the
les idées sont
proposals
effectivement
are welcome.
de faire une tribune. Et
It's a
effectivement,
very good
sur la
proposition to write to the national newspapers.
Libération a fait une édition spéciale
Libération
sur le
did
forum,
a special edition for the
met
forum,
davantage en valeur les initiatives françaises
which
et
puts
spécifiquement les initiatives de la
on the
jeunesse.
forefront the national efforts, not really the youth efforts. But that's a proposition you can do on the mural, on by mail. Don't hesitate. Yes, that's how we'll build the future. And the GSEF are here to support these initiatives, to communicate. We have an important capacity to communicate through social networks, through YouTube. Maybe we can, for those that are connected on the mural, if you have any difficulties filling up the mural, you can use a chat to share your ideas and we will be taking them into account. I already have some propositions, so who, what, how, where, event to come, and what we could use to represent the declaration.
Oui, pardon, j'étais en train d'écrire. Et est-ce que tu
Yes,
avais peut-être
apologies, I was
des idées
writing.
de ce plan
So when this plan of
comment
action
ça
will
s'organise
be
du coup dans sa construction,
organized, what will be the
la
timetable,
globalité.
how it will be constructed.
Alors, le plan d'action, là, on est dans la phase de restitution et de valorisation de tous
We are in a
les
phase
du forum
where we are
mondial
using
qui a eu lieu
the content we created at the forum in Bordeaux,
on travaille vraiment là à l'articulation et à voir comment on porte ces déclarations. Donc on est
and
en
to
phase
see
là
how we can
d'élaborer ces feuilles de route et
use
comment
this declaration.
comment la déclaration internationale de la jeunesse, mais également les autres déclarations.
So with
Avec aussi comme une
youth
déclaration
organization, but other declarations.
générale
There were some more
et une
general
déclaration également
global
du forum de
declarations
Bordeaux qui était
and a
dédiée
declaration of the Bordeaux Forum dedicated to the contribution of the SSE to durable peace. And as a global network,
nos séances de plaidoyer et pouvoir porter
we will have some
dans les
advocacies
dans
to use these declarations in different spheres of influence,
où on intervient, différents forums
those in which we work, conferences, forums where we are members of, or where we work.
Effectivement, on a un cycle aussi, la temporalité, c'est effectivement comment on porte cette déclaration internationale de la jeunesse jusqu'au prochain forum mondial
So we will be using this declaration until the
en
next
octobre
forum
2027. On n'a pas encore
in
les dates
2027.
officielles, enfin on les a, mais elles ne sont pas encore
We
communicables.
still do not know. Yes, we know the date on which it will this forum will happen, but we are not able to share it with you for now.
Va également
So the declaration of the youth declaration of in Bordeaux
du prochain
will be
forum
used for the next forum
mondial du GSEF qui aura lieu donc
at the next GSEF in America.
Tu peux revenir sur le slide, s'il te plaît, Martin, timeline, prochaine étape, juste pour ajouter, je pense que
I wanted to add that Aude spoke about more the next steps. Maybe we can insist on the project aspects, on the call for projects. I did not work a lot on this, but the projects are being designed to answer the recommendations the youth gave during the declaration, to have some concrete actions on how to answer this declaration. Maybe Martin, you can say a word about this.
Effectivement, du coup, on essaie de
Yes, we try to
pour financer aussi les feuilles de route de chaque continent. Donc,
found
sur
projects in all continents,
Amérique latine,
in Africa, in South America, in Europe. In Europe, it takes time.
bien l'idée de pouvoir mettre en œuvre et soutenir, puisque comme on vous le rappelait
So we want to work on this and support. At the beginning of the webinar, we said that there are three important points which were decided by the youth in GSEF. So to sensibilize, so we can use the tools we already have. So advocacy, usage of content. So the advocacy to speak to the territorial, national, international institutions and powers, so that young people can take more initiatives in their territories through the SSE
avec à chaque fois sur chaque continent des réalités, des
on
besoins.
every continent with
Nous, on travaille un petit peu à ça pour le moment. Et on serait
different realities,
n'hésitez pas
different
à nous
needs.
solliciter si jamais
Not hesitate to
vous
ask us
aider,
if you want support on projects, if you want
soit en parler, soit
to put in place cooperations.
à vous mettre en lien avec d'autres organisations qui
You can ask other
dans
organizations.
l'envie et le besoin. Donc voilà, j'espère que ça répond à peu près à la question
I hope that it answers this question, and I let Fabrice
vous laisser
speak, and we will finish this webinar,
sur le mural tranquillement. Je vois que vous êtes
and we will be able to contribute on the mural.
C'est très chouette. Et on est disponible par mail si jamais votre adresse mail n'a pas fonctionné ou autre.
If your email address does not function,
Mail, voilà,
If you have any idea, do not hesitate.
Merci beaucoup et Fabrice, c'est à toi.
They will be taken into account. And Fabrice, the floor is yours. Thank you, Martin. That is very important. We'll continue on this at the regional and continental level, on the strategic level, to have a true dialogue at the continental and regional level. Yes, it's an exchange because we cannot have an advocacy alone. At Bordeaux, there were a lot of ministers that were there, so African ministers at the GSEF. The idea would be to see with co-presidents to coordinate, to see how to put into place a framework to speak. So this advocacy is being worked upon by every continent. And if we speak with a regional organization, with the African Union or the European Union, with the governments, we can really have an influence on them. We are already thinking about it in Africa with a lot of actions at the national, so in Ivory Coast or the regional level. So after discussing with the General Secretary, to concretely act on this.
Martin, ton micro est fermé.
Martin, we cannot hear you.
Allô?
Are you here?
Allô, vous m'entendez?
Can you hear me?
Oh, super, merci. J'ai
Oh, very good.
perdu connexion il y a un moment. Je vais pas
I
être
lost
longue.
internet connection. I will not take too much time.
Encore une fois pour...
Thank you again. So Aurore will be closing this. So no, I will not. I will not be able to speak right now. Oh no, I will not be finishing up. Aurore will be finishing up this webinar. So the declaration that we worked on was put under the spotlight. In the spotlight, it was very strong. You gave us a voice, and we are very. So thank you for giving us a voice. You are here to act on this declaration. How do you think you will be able to give us a space, a role in the working on this declaration? How to integrate us in the internal democracy, so that young people have a voice, so that young people can discuss together. If young people are talking through the voice of adults, that's not the same thing. Be part of the action, to be part of the action with you, to have our own will.
Marie.
Thank you, Marie.
Un peu d'écho. Merci, Marie. Je laisse
A bit of echo. I let Aurore finish. And to answer a bit to the question in GSEF, we've given some rules to inner governance to youth organizations, so I can have so I can have a voice in our internal democracy. from along local governments and civil society.
Et une place à la jeunesse
So the
sur
committee is constructed and young youth will have a role in this.
des coopérations et de mettre en œuvre des projets qui viendront assurer un cadre et un environnement favorable pour que les
To have a framework, favorable framework so that your initiatives can be used.
Oui, merci Martin, merci tout le monde. Mais avant de vous quitter, ouais, peut-être un
Thank you,
message
everyone.
en
Before
anglais.
finishing, maybe
L'exercice
another
qu'on
message.
propose sur
So
le
this
mur,
exercise
c'est
with a
vraiment
mural
pour recueillir les idées,
to
les
have
ambitions,
all of your
les
ideas.
engagements que chacun peut donner pour qu'en
That
effet
all the
cette
ideas that everyone
déclaration
can
fasse
give.
des engagements
So how to
concrets
use this
pour nous
declaration
permettre
so it
de
can
faire la
be a
différence.
concrete
Évidemment, de notre côté,
action around this
nous sommes
declaration.
là, nous avons envie de tenter
We are
d'ouvrir des
here,
portes,
we have the
pour
authority to
faciliter
open
l'accompagnement
doors,
supplémentaire.
to create bridges, to
Martin
support.
l'a dit à demi-mot,
Martin said it
c'était peut-être pas le
again.
sujet que de
It was not the subject. We do not want it.
sur les
We don't want it
dossiers de
to
rédaction,
speak around
que ce soit de l'Erasmus ou d'autres,
work in
pour qu'on
progress
puisse
around
faire des
Erasmus,
routes continentales.
so that we can act
Vraiment
on these
envie plutôt de
continental
vous écouter ou
plannings programs.
vous faire travailler
We
sur
wanted
vos
to
idées.
listen to you, to work on your ideas.
Tout un tas d'idées peuvent nous permettre d'avoir un plan
That
d'action et de dire
all these ideas could
ça nous permettra d'aller
use
loin.
for a plan of action to go further.
Et en fait, mais comme on est tous disséminés sur l'ensemble du territoire, chacun va
Because
avoir
we
une place
are
à prendre. Et
disseminated in all over the territory, and we are constructing this.
Juste un petit peu de temps pour
So you have to let us take some time, so that we will be getting back to each of you.
Je vois le mot de Maëlle, qui est ma collègue
I
de
see
qui remercie Noumbé pour le travail qu'elle a pu
this little
mener.
sentence from
Noumbé,
Maëlle.
c'est son dernier jour au GSEF, donc
She thanks
merci
Numbe
beaucoup
for her work,
de ton
and it's her
professionnalisme,
last
de tout ce que tu
day
as fait à nos
with
côtés.
us. So thank you very
C'était
much
vraiment
for your
chouette
professionalism,
d'avoir
for everything you did with us.
sincèrement, tu as beaucoup appris, mais nous aussi, on a beaucoup appris. Et
So I've done a lot of things today.
moi, je garderai un souvenir de
So I'll
cette
keep
journée
very dear.
avec un peu des étoiles dans les yeux parce qu'on a
So
I'll
keep
que ce soit vous, mais nous aussi professionnels.
this forum in mind
Les
with
collectifs solidaires, on a vraiment
will be
vécu
very
un
dear to
moment
my
très très
heart.
fort et assez incroyable
We
de
lived
notre
a
côté.
very strong moment with you.
Merci pour tout ce que tu as fait pour nous, Numbé. Tu resteras gravé dans notre cœur.
So thank for all you did, Nembe. We will remember you. And it's not over.
On t'entend pas, Numbé. Je sais pas si tu voulais
We
parler.
cannot hear you, Numbe. I don't know if you wanted to speak. Thank you, everyone. It was a real pleasure to be in Bordeaux, to meet incredible people, for their generosity. They were welcoming. I went through it was really a beautiful experience that I will pass on to people in Africa. From the point of view, from the professional point of view, it was a very good experiment on how we adapt and how we see things differently. So we've done a lot of things together around the advocacy and the forum more globally. Thankful to the whole team of the GSEF who helped me, who taught me. Wanted to what counts that everything went well. So special mention to Martin, with whom he was really nice, welcoming, ready to show me new things. well, yes, a very good experience for me, and which will be very helpful for my future professional career. Thank you.
Voilà, bravo à toutes et tous, et on se quitte sur une note nostalgique et très positive à la
So
fin,
we'll
que ce soit par
take
rapport
our
à
leave on
votre
this
participation
nostalgic and
de
positive
Numbi au
note
forum. Merci
for
d'être
on the
resté jusqu'au
forum
bout.
and for the
On est
participation
sur
of Numbi.
la
Thank you for
370e
being
webinaire, encore plus de 42 heures
so many here. There were more than 60
il faut que je me
people
concentre.
connected, and now more than 40, and I have to end it now.
Une
Even my
surcharge de
computer is
passe une bonne fin de
heating up
journée, un bon mois de
and want to
février. À
close
très bientôt pour
itself,
se retrouver et avancer ensemble.
shut off itself.
Merci
So
beaucoup.
see you very soon,
Au revoir.
and goodbye, goodbye, everyone, goodbye, goodbye.